Now what I want to show you is I've taken loads of cuttings. This whole bar, apart from the basil on the end and my snake plant here, is cuttings. So let's start first of all with the herbs. So the herbs I've transplanted or I've taken cuttings of is more of the snake plant, which is thus. These are the ones, the purple flowers look like bees, so it just attracts bugs from your garden. So that's very awesome. So I've taken some cuttings of that. I've taken some thyme cuttings. Now I've just literally cut bits off and put them in rooting compound, so we'll see what happens. I've taken some oregano cuttings, some rosemary cuttings, and some lavender cuttings. These are yellow plum. All of these here, yellow plum. And then in front of that, we have, so these are from the early peach that is already in blossom. So I quickly took some cuttings of those. So these are all the early peach. Then these are all apricot. Now I did do some as honey and some as rooting compound. So we'll see what takes better, if anything at all. So these are all apricot. And then over the back here, in these little pots, the three at the back, now I haven't necessarily planted in all three of each, but the first row is the late peach, or what I call tree number 1. The second one is what the second 3 lines, but as I say, not necessarily all 3, is what I call tree 3, which is nectarine. The third row across is what I call the side fruit tree, which is another nectarine. So that's one with the big leaf, the big green leaf in the middle. And then the last one is from the black mulberry type tree. And then these are pomegranate, from the pomegranate tree. Now the other tree cutting I have that I did when I first bought the plum trees, some of it came off in the car and I put it in there. I think that is from the purple plum tree. So there's that. That didn't have rooting compound though, so we'll see. And then I have a basil there and some more parsley. The lavender and the rosemary that I planted out here in the old goat feeder, they seem to have taken. I've watered them again, even though they don't like too much water, but just to give them a good start. This is flowering now. This is one I want to leave to go to flower. And the basil I grew over here is also doing well in the tyres and in the old cisterns. The raised beds, the rocket is still flowering to turn into seed. And then here I've put in some more aubergines. I don't care if they die off particularly because I just wanted them out of where they were. I'll show you where they were in a minute. So I've just added to the aubergines that were here. So it means they're all together over here, apart from the 2 beds I've got in the hugelculture area. I did some basil in here under the bottles. And then this is the cucumbers. These are going really well. I should really take the bottles off now. So they're all doing really well over here. I've planted even more tomatoes out here in this bed. So the covers are over some newer or smaller ones. So that's in a raised bed. Remember, I have no soil. Everything is either my home compost or grass cuttings. I have no soil or any bought items. So I've planted some more lettuce here. It goes with last year's onions and last year's peppers. And then I've planted out here, I think I've already shown you that I did some watermelons here, and this side are some of the yellow sweet melons. They are delicious. And I did some different types of zucchini here, and I've kept them for now segregated in, see I've got bits of bamboo to mark where I did 4 different types planted here. It doesn't matter to mix them up, but I just wanted to see which grew better. And then I still have this bed to plant, but let me show you where I got the aubergines from. So down here, you know, this is our chill out area where our guests can sit out and enjoy views. And I did a little wild garden here, but just to get it started, I had put originally some aubergines just for a nice colour, because they have purple flowers on and then the beautiful aubergines. But I've taken them out because this is now my wildflower area. We have some bulbs that come up each year. Unfortunately, most of the spring flowers have now gone. We have a few poppies left which will reseed. I've got some daffodils and narcissus bulbs. My new white flower I bought, it's finished, but he did say it should come back again next year, so I've planted it in there. I've planted one of the lavenders here, so that should look pretty. So when all these bulbs have gone, and there was so many wildflowers around this area, when they've gone, the lavender hopefully will spread. Another poppy. All the irises are here. My friend gave me loads. This is just one area I put some, and they're spreading already. They're in flower. Some more poppies. Some more of the spring flowers that have nearly finished. I've actually transplanted these from other parts of the garden last year and brought them over here, which is what I do if we want to mow somewhere where there's a lot. As I say, the irises are in flower. They're just finishing actually. And then we've got 2 oleanders. And then at the back, just starting again, is my climbing trumpet tree, which is a beautiful red flower. I can already see that's in bud already. So that's coming out, and that will grow all over the back of this. And then these light green leaves here are, my friend also gave me some, I can't remember the name of them, but they grow really tall with big red flowers on. Planted out some more lettuce in the hugelkopter area. So a lot of these green ones on the top are new. And these rosa ones grew naturally from last year, so it must have dropped some seed. An update on Mr. Bean. He's struggling a little bit now. I thought he was safe, but some of the leaves look a little bit worse for wear, let's say. Oh, but there is a big bean here. Can you see? Oh, another bean there. Yes, there's a big bean there. There. Another little bean. There. Oh, he might be alright. We'll see. I there's another bean. Yes, there's another bean here behind the pole. Don't want to take the cover off because it's still windy. And I can't remember if I showed you, but I put 3 more beans here. It might actually be 4. So the other side there are some more beans. Here, another little one. Another little bean there.